guys? We're back for another Dokkan battle video, and I wanted to make a video on this. I decided to, so I was thinking about this all night, and I decided I would make a video on this. This is sort of going to be addressing the topic of fake leaks, I guess. Just not realistic, how do we say it, like leaks or whatever, because oftentimes, we get real leaks, from either the French data miners or, pretty much at this point, the only leaks we get is from them, right? Like, if you guys remember Hado-sama back in the day, Hado-sama usually was getting us, like, a lot of the card arts and stuff like that from data downloads. Like, a data download would happen, Hado-sama would push out, like, show us what was in the data download. Nowadays, there's a billion people who are able to do that. Trident exists, which allows people to go in and check immediately after data downloads and all that stuff. But back in the day, it was pretty much just Hado-sama, right? Well, here, we have someone who supposedly pops up as a leaker and says, oh, this thing is coming. This is going to be a big deal right here. So I wanted to sort of make a video addressing, like, some of these sort of, like, fake leaks and telling you guys to be careful as well, because originally I wasn't even really going to talk about this because, like, I took a look at it and it's like, oh, this is not real, obviously. Like, there's no way. And then, like, a lot of people tagged me, like, yo, Truth, you going to make a video on this? You going to make a video on this? New Blue Vegeta coming. So I was like, all right, well, I mean, I went to Goresh, just to confirm, like, this is fake, right? And then, made my tweet. But it's like, the more I think about it, I should probably make a video talking about all this stuff as well. When it comes to leaks and stuff, if you're not seeing it come from, like, Kawaii, I Seriously, Team Dokkan, like the French data mining team, that's pretty much the only, like, leaks we're going to get is from them. I don't really want to talk about it any more than that, but they are trusted. They oftentimes give us info, and they are always correct. So, like, those, like, you see Team Dokkan says LR UI Goku's coming for TANABATA. They're going to do back-to-back LR UI Gokus. And that's what's going to happen because Team Dokkan he's, like, always right. Like, they're always correct, right? Then, of course, we get, like, leaks from V-Jump and stuff like that. But just some random account popping up and tweeting, oh, this is going to come, doesn't really mean much, right? And we have seen this before, and a number of people were duped by this before. It's another reason I wanted to make a video here is because I'm going to talk about what happened during New Year's, right? Or, New Year's Day. Because, a lot of YouTubers made videos on these leaks right here for the Friend Summon LR Android 19 and 20. At the time, it seemed obvious that it was fake to me, so I did not make a video on LR 19 and 20 coming for New Year's. But I was scrolling through YouTube, and I saw a couple of videos pop up, too, about Blue Vegeta coming, as opposed, like, from this leak. So I figured let's just go ahead and talk about it, right? And, again, as far as, like, leaks go, it's just, there's not, like, you're not going to see, like, oh, there's this leak. I don't know if it's true. Like, it's like, did it come from the French data mining team? Then it's real. Or it didn't come from them? Then it's 99% not real. Like, there's always, like, sources we get this info from, right? It's never like some random guy in Discord drops this bomb on us and then it turns out to be true. That's not the way it works, right? So again, like, V-Jump leaks usually come in. When we get the V-Jump leaks, it's always from the Rio Kutya site, or we just actually see the scan ourselves. Like, there's never, like, oh, this one guy's friend of a guy, like, tweeted out that this is what's coming from V-Jump. That's not the way it works, right? There's a site that seems to get the V-Jump, issues early and stuff like that, and then sort of talks about it. So, what happened yesterday was this guy popped up right here, this, Team Vegeta, sort of, tweets this, right? That's Evolution Blue Vegeta. That's when he transforms into Evolution Blue Vegeta. Let me take a look at what his bio. I didn't look at his bio. Okay, Dragon Ball Z. Okay, see, this is hilarious. Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle Data Miner. Yeah, okay. So he tweets this out. These are his only tweets right there. Oh, let me take a look. What does it say? Okay, he thinks he's back. And this was around the same time? No, this wasn't. Okay. So people see this. They run with it, right? Like, oh, here we go. Wait, isn't there... He did another tweet. Yeah, here we go. Okay, this is what made it 100% obvious to me and Gresh that this was not real, right? And then, like, see, like, I got tagged, and it's like, people are talking about this, and it's like, I want to address this on video. So this comes out. So I go to Goresh, right? Because what I've heard here, I'm actually gonna pull these up. These are my DMs with Goresh, right? I went to him, to sort of, like, get the details on this. So from what I've heard, the way it works with Japanese is, like, you can tell, like when translations come from certain people because of like how complex Japanese is, right? So like someone who is very experienced and very knowledgeable in Japanese can easily spot this is Google Translate. So I literally just go to Gresh and say, does this look Google Translate to you? He says yes. Right away. And like after I posted this too, people were like showing screenshots of like they just typed in like I'm a data miner into like Google Translate and the exact like, you know, Japanese text popped up. But I've seen people say that like there's various different translators in our community for various different things, like, you know, like Herms, remember, would always translate like a lot of the Dragon Ball Super news that would come out and stuff like that. And from what I hear is you can always tell like all these different translators, like because of like so many of these words are like vague and stuff like that, like there's multiple different like interpretations and stuff like that you could take from a lot of these different words, right? Like, you know, take the Ultra Instinct form, like there's like a billion different ways they could call that Ultra Instinct form, right? Like there's just a ton of examples like that. So, you know, you can, I've even seen, if you guys are familiar who Therese is, which is one of the head mods, I believe, on the Dragon Ball Z subreddit. Oftentimes, Therese and some other people, you know, they will subtitle the Super Dragon Ball Heroes, like, the episodes, right, and put them up. And oftentimes people will steal the videos, the subtitles, stuff like that, and try and cash in, you know, quick YouTube ad revenue. Usually those Dragon Ball Heroes episodes do very well on YouTube, right? And I saw Therese, I believe it was Therese was just sort of like venting about the fact that people are so quick to steal their subtitles and stuff like that. And she mentioned Goresh as, you know, sort of like the Dokkan translator. And she also mentioned that they could tell that Goresh was actually legitimate and he was doing his translations and he knew what he was talking about because his translations when he translated stuff was different than the translators they had, right? Because again, with these Japanese words, you could translate multiple different like sort of like meanings and stuff like that. Like that's one reason I believe why like, so like in Yu-Gi-Oh, right? Like in the Japanese, like in the subversion, they call him Malik, but like there's always like shenanigans with L and R translating like Japanese to English. So like I believe like the dub went with Merrick, and there's always like all types of examples like this, right? Where like L and R sort of get kind of like switched around. There's all different types of examples like this. So I figured once I saw this guy was tweeting in Japanese, I could go to Goresh, he'd tell us if it's Google Translate, and boom, we'd have it figured out in 5 seconds. That's exactly what happened. So I explained the story to him. People believe that Evolution of Vegeta is coming from this tweet. Now, here's where things get real funny, too, is then people start popping up and they're saying, like, oh, this is a very, very old data miner from, like, when Dokkan was super young. And, I mean, I can't confirm or deny if that's true, right? Like, I don't know, because I wasn't around in the first year of Dokkan and stuff like that. But that's what people are saying, and obviously, if this is true, he wouldn't be using Google Translate to tweet in Japanese, right? Like, period. And Goresh points out, like, he's got no tweets, and it's because, yeah, they were saying he got a Japanese cease and desist, like Hado-sama back in the day. I mean, this all smelled like bullshit to me, obviously. There's always going to be a lot of fake leaks. People enjoy doing this. I remember back in the day, like, I'm pretty sure they took, like, a V-Jump scan of, like, the original, I think, 1-year anniversary V-Jump scan of STR Gogeta, and they literally just, like, colored his hair blue or something like that. Like, there was a fake blue Gogeta V-Jump scan before. Like, people have a lot of time, and they like, you know, sort of doing trolling attempts like this. This is why, like, don't just immediately run with everything you hear. Like, try and find the source. This is why, you know, I make videos on stuff very quickly, but if there's not a source, usually I'm not going to make the video, right? Like, it's like, Team Dokkan tweets out the Beerus gif of he's coming, it's very clear what, oh, UI Goku is coming. Like, it's very, very clear, right? Like, it's not really up for interpretation, but, like, something like this, it's like, obviously, and here's Goresh, that's probably some 11-year-old using Google Translate. And sure enough, that does appear to be the case. Now, here's what's funny, too. We very easily could see Evolution Blue Vegeta show up as a Tanabata unit. If that happens, I'm telling y'all there's no correlation to this guy, because I myself, like, people have asked, who do you think would be the Tanabata unit? I have said Evolution Blue Vegeta leading up to this. Like, I've said, could be Evolution Blue Vegeta. Goresh has mentioned Ultimate Gohan. Like, we don't know. We're just sort of spitballing, tossing out ideas. Because, you know, we just got another UI Goku, so I could see us get another Evolution Blue Vegeta, right? You know, Ultimate Gohan has been dead for years. Like, we need a good Ultimate Gohan, so it makes sense that he would come. So, again, if Blue Vegeta comes out as a Tanabata unit, I'm telling y'all, there's literally no correlation to this right here. Definitely not. Now, the other thing, too, I do want to mention, again, I was talking with Hydros about this, and Hydros mentioned that he didn't think the Tanabata celebration would necessarily be big enough for Blue Vegeta, and it's like, I heard that, and I was like, yeah, he might be right about that, but then it's like, it occurred to me, like, oh, the 2,000 days celebration is also going on. They clearly care big time about this, which is why they gave that LR Goku an EZA, right? So I do, like, it's like, because he said that, and I was like, yeah, maybe Evolution Blue Vegeta isn't possible. And then it's like, oh, wait, the 2,000 day celebration. Wait, no, he definitely is possible now. Like, I think whatever they're showing could be huge. Don't forget, by the way, that they did not show who's coming in V-Jump. That is very rare. If they don't show who's coming for V-Jump, that's like the top hype level. That is the very tippity top. Because Evolution Blue Vegeta, this one that's in game right here, they showed this guy in V-Jump. He was in V-Jump. You know, like Golden Week, Trunks, and Zamasu were in V-Jump. Like, most units they show in V-Jump, when it's ultra uber hype, that's when they don't show it in V-Jump. So I expect we're probably going to get the Twitter reveal for this the 28th. So not tomorrow, but the day after, I expect we'll see the Twitter reveal for whoever it's going to be. And again, please understand, if it does turn out to be Evolution Blue Vegeta, I am quite certain that it has no correlation whatsoever to this Team Vegeta guy popping up. And then the funniest thing is, after me and Gresh sort of called it out, right? Like, I kind of got Gresh's permission, like, I'm going to tweet it. Then Gresh was, cool with it, right? Then the guy comes out and says, oh, it's a leak for fighters. Bullshit. Nice try. Nice try, my boy. Now, again, I do want to point out, too, let me also talk about that. Okay, this also popped up. So, a lot of times, we could tell if something is coming when this happened. Here, let me zoom in. We could tell something's coming when this pops up, right? 3 days remaining. So I got a couple of tweets about this, like this Evolution Blue Vegeta event is going away over here on Global. So people are like, uh-oh. And then, you combine that with, the Evolution Blue Vegeta leak. I'm doing like air quotations alongside that. So people are like, oh, is there something coming? But no, because, wait, do I have it pulled up? Yeah, I do. This is the last celebration for Global, right? The Beerus celebration. If we take a look, this Dokkan event, Blue Vegeta's Dokkan event, was up as part of the Vegeta EZA. Because Vegeta, like, remember, there's two Dokkan stages there. There's the Evolution Blue Vegeta stage, and then there's a stage for the Future Trunks Vegeta. You guys can see the date. This is just going away because it's been up every single day. That's why. So, like, we just saw, like, a lot of us correctly guessed that LR Goku was going to get his EZA. Like, you guys, the day before his EZA was announced, I had a video up saying, oh, look, it looks like he's about to get his EZA because his event was going to go away. That we could tell there. But the reason his event has a timer on it is because it had already been up every day, and that is going away, right? What's funny is, it's going to go, like, it's a week later, every Dokkan event is going to be up on Global, so that's what's really funny. And again, talking about the fake leaks, this did happen on New Year's, right? This guy, like, literally just some guy, right? Like, yeah, literally just some guy tweets out all of this. And because it's in French, people ran with it, right? Literally just because it was in French. And we know there are the French data miners who are very, very reliable, very accurate, very trustworthy, right? So people see, oh, this French guy's tweeting a whole bunch of leaks. They're coming. And people, again, ran with this. You got to be careful about this, right? So he was saying Friends Summon LR 1920 Dokkan should do that. 20 plus 20 Dragon Stones. I don't think that actually happened. A step-up banner, that did happen, right? Yeah, that did. And then Physical Vegeta Blue EZA also did not happen. This came, at the end of February, I believe? Yeah, I believe this was the end of February. The Physical Vegeta Blue EZA came out. So, again, be very, very cautious about leaks. There are verified sources. Usually I'm pretty quick to address leaks and stuff like that. I certainly would not, a lot of people have accused me of clickbait and stuff like that, but I don't actually, really clickbait like that. Okay, so, this leak, I don't know what I'm going to title this video, but I'm not going to, am I going to imply that a Blue Vegeta is coming? I don't even, the title will probably be something like, is there really a new Blue Vegeta coming, or something like that? Probably would be the title of this video. But I feel like I'm not actually that bad with clickbait, right? It's just, you have to make the titles enticing to click on. That's not the same thing as clickbait, right? Clickbait is, outright lying in the title, right? And then, if I say, is this the best unit in the game? And there's a question mark there. I mean, hey, 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 I'm just asking a question. That's all. So again, by the way, I do actually think. I know I did this whole video, right? But I do actually think there's still a pretty damn good chance this guy is the TANABATA unit. I mean, who knows? But it's going to be super hype. And a standalone, Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Evolved Vegeta with like an active skill final explosion. I mean, that's instant top grossing for sure. So we shall see. I guess it could be a dual Dokkan Fest. It could be. This is not a dual Dokkan Fest time slot for JP Dokkan, but I suppose maybe they could do God Topo and Evolution Blue Vegeta. It's probably not going to be Evolution Blue Vegeta, but I just want to address the fact that it is actually possible, right? And again, if we do get Evolution Blue Vegeta for TANABATA shown in like 2 days, this has got nothing to do with it. Because then especially after, me and Gresh called him out, this guy backtracked and said it was related to fighters anyway, so just keep that in mind, right? So again, moving forward, everyone, be very cautious of where you are seeing these sort of leaks. Again, I did air quotations right there, but I don't have face cam on, so I'm stupid. But be very careful. Don't instantly believe everything, because the fact that, like, I actually scrolled through YouTube and saw videos talking about this, and then, like, a million people are tagging me on it, it's like, okay, like, I should do a video addressing this even furthermore from my tweet, because this is several times now where people have been burned from sort of like people just jumping out and saying, hey, this is coming, and people are like, oh shit, really? Like, no, just because they're tweeting in Japanese or French does not mean that the leaks are real, right? Like that's typically the thing, right? So let me know what you guys think of everything. Again, be cautious out there with leaks, and I'll catch y'all next time.